Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of March. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with the state's continuing budget crisis and its impact on our public schools. State Budget Director Linda Lubring told an audience at MSBA's recent legislative forum in Jefferson City that the ability of the state to put any new money into education during the next couple of years remains very limited. She says even as the economy improves and revenue collections begin to rise, the state still will face serious budget issues that will limit funding for our schools. Lubring suggests one approach to dealing with the situation is to reduce costs to local school districts.
I do believe that the state board, though, is willing to work with schools, the School Board Association schools, to try to figure out, are there some things that we can do to reduce costs for schools that are not necessarily helping with performance? So I think they reached out last year, and I think they need to do more of it. Are there certain regulations, are there certain statutory provisions that, quite frankly, increase cost for the school board or for the local schools that don't have a really positive impact on kids? And so the trade-off may be, let's increase the standards for performance, but while we're doing that, let's get rid of some of these other things that cost money unnecessarily.
Nearly 250 school board members and administrators attended the 2011 Legislative Forum. Among the other speakers was former State Budget Director and current Governmental Relations Consultant Jim Moody, who criticized the so-called fair tax proposal now being debated in Jefferson City as an effort to hoodwink the public. The fair tax would eliminate the state income tax and replace it with a much higher state sales tax. Moody says the sales tax increase required to offset the loss in revenue from the elimination of the state income tax would have to be much higher than the supporters of the idea propose. He says the fair tax would be nothing but bad for public schools and for many taxpayers.
And if you try and get rid of the regressive nature of such a tax by making a payment to all individuals, you will bankrupt the state. If you don't make a payment to individuals to alleviate the regressive nature of the tax, this is an absolute huge tax increase on low-income and middle-income people.
It appears unlikely the fair tax will be approved by the legislature this year, but supporters of the idea have filed a series of initiative petitions with the Secretary of State's office aimed at putting the issue to a public vote in 2012. The Missouri School Boards Association's Board of Directors has approved a resolution opposing the fair tax, and we would urge your Board of Education to consider a similar resolution. Now's the time to register for MSBA spring regional meetings in your area of the state. Those meetings will be conducted throughout April and May. Dates and locations are posted on the MSBA website along with registration information. And don't forget to appoint your delegate to MSBA after the April school board elections. MSBA delegates serve an important communications role between the association and your local board, and also represent your board at the delegate assemblies, where positions on legislative issues are determined. Start thinking now about the person on your board you would like to appoint as the MSBA delegate. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.